So the new updates here for the Korean server. This brings with it the co-op dungeon Tower of Greed. We need to get this thing unlocked by completing the codex. And then we should be able to see exactly how the new reward system's working. There's also a bit of an artifact rework which we need to check out, where you have the ability to craft and upgrade your artifacts, fine-tune the stats that they can give you. They've also reworked the Amitoi House a bit. You'll be able to have these raid bosses for your Amitois. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff. This outfit here will be available soon. It comes with a super cool emote. Just look at this here. And there's the new footprints. So you'll leave behind a trail. We can see it in the appearance effects of our mirror boutique. You'll be able to get new ones for teleporting, for your morph. So let's go through everything in this video from what we can see on the Korean server. I will begin by having to do the adventure. So I have to first complete the oath ritual. So my first step, I have to go to the adventure and I have to do this. You can simply go to manage content, go down here, make sure there's a star, and then just follow the purple star. Not the pink one, but the purple one. So completing it, we can now see we've unlocked the ability to follow the path to unlock the Tower of Greed. We inspect some more paintings and we end up in this weird place. Take a look at a pedestal. We place this stone on the pedestal, inspect a shining rift, and we get that thing from the trailer where we walk vertically up. This is exactly from the trailer. Unfortunately, I have no voice lines. We end up here and we have to defeat these horde of enemies. They only have 17,000 HP, so it should be easy. We got another one of these orbs, put it in another pedestal, and interact with another rift, which you use to climb higher. We activate another pedestal, but this time we're in a different section of the tower. Kill some mobs. We get a bit of a cutscene now.
My precious darling Calanthea, it is your only path forward with me. That is the only way.
Revil Rubius. He will be the one to watch over you.
What is your name, my darling?
You may have noticed I overlaid sound from the trailer there. That's because there's actually no audio here in my Korean version of the game. I'm not sure why. I have reinstalled it many times. And we completed it. So it was fairly straightforward. We can now enter the Tower of Greed. So with it unlocked, we should properly be able to see the descriptions here. Each season is about 4 weeks. We have this Orb of Greed, which you can imprint with Jars of Greed. And then you can also purify it. You have rewards, as we've seen already, based on the floors. And I guess we cannot use party matchmaking because we haven't met 5,500. But I can enter solo. You just need 5,500 for party matchmaking. And we do get 10 of these relic analysis crystals for completing episode 2 oath ritual. And this is like a hub area. There are other people here. That's the exit over to this shining rift, and you can actually enter the dungeon then. We will do so. You get this pop-up and we enter. We end up here. We have to follow the light. We have some buffs. This is for being one player, so it changes the difficulty based on party size, and then just extra power and health. We interact with the Chaos Barrier Stone, and then some mobs appear. Let's see if we can take them down. They only have like 30,000 health, so currently they're very squishy. I fell off the map, so we end up here. Breakthrough failed. We can interact with the space-time rift, and we just have to go back again, enter the dungeon, follow the light, interact with the barrier stone. This time I'll make sure I don't stand in the middle after I kill the mobs. The combat here is a bit difficult with 500 ping. Now the middle blows up. We interact with the rift and we can ascend. We get this fire on the ground. You have completed an achievement. We follow the light and we are at the next floor. Each of these little orb thingies, we can't interact with them right now, but basically there'll be mobs that appear. Can we interact with this thing? I guess we kill the mobs first. We put it in pillar and then mobs will appear for sure. Okay, they didn't. We interact with the space-time rift and now the mobs appear. Get me out of there. They all disappeared after we successfully blocked them. And we ascend. Each level is a bit like a puzzle, but you get this in between each time and we get some rewards now. So our orb starts filling up. We got 30 precious marine and a jar of greed. Click apply here. Interact with the stone coffin. So if we select our reward, this greed meter is going to fill up. I don't know if that's a good thing. I'm going to continue without claiming it, see if we can get the next reward. We move to the next floor. We enter. We follow the light and we're on the next floor. We need to place a relic at the chaos milestone. If we take damage, then it's gone. And we have some mobs here. We can put it down to face the mobs, but we can just kind of avoid them. This is where we need to place it on this little pedestal. We manage and interact with the space-time rift. And we ascend. We interact with the campfire again. No reward pop up. But we interact with the orb. How do we get across the water? Can we swim? We cannot. Interact with this barrier. Kill the monsters. And now the water goes away, and that should be level complete. Interact with the rift. We ascend again, this time getting another chest. Greed reward is a jar of greed. I was selected this time. Click apply. We acquired the jar of greed. Move to the next floor. We enter. We'll see what happens now if we fill up our greed. Activate these barrier stones again. We get a bit of a cutscene. And we open the door, kill some monsters, and activate the barrier stones again. Killing some monsters sometimes. You have to activate them in an order. If you get the order wrong, then you have to fight some mobs. We unlock another campfire, and we go next. So far, this seems like something, a fresh level 50 person can do. Because I'm playing at 500 ping and my build is nowhere near min-maxed. But maybe it gets more challenging as you go higher. Again, there's supposed to be like 50 floors here. Oh good, this was another one where I could fall down the middle. Luckily I wasn't in the middle. We arrive here again at another chest. It's like every second one. Let's say we select the reward this time. We cannot. However, I believe they say you can once per day purify your orb of greed. So let's say I do that. I am only on the awakening tier and there are much more tiers. So this is probably a waste. We gotta do this to test it. Our greed goes down to 0 and this should allow me to claim the reward. So you are limited based on how much greed that these rewards take up. And you can clear that greed only once per day. Another thing we can do here is imprint. This will consume the jars of greed that I've been collecting, and it allows me to be able to accumulate more greed, therefore more rewards per day. So I'll do so, and there we go, our orb's now bigger. The next one will just need another jar of greed and we'll get that to 500. We can continue to the next floor, entering, and I assume it's just going to be a repeat of this. The ultimate goal is to take away the rewards, specifically to obtain these relic analysis crystals. You will find the Tower of Greed by going to Co-op Dungeon here, and this is the interface you are met with. You can obtain these breakthrough rewards. We have just on Awakening here, which I'm doing. Then we have Dawn. This shows every floor what extra rewards you're getting. Then there's Dusk. This has the 15 floors. Twilight, Abyss. This is the top floor. Can give you a title, and these chests which simply just have some runes, more jars of greed, and more relic analysis crystals. And that's pretty much the entirety of the rewards. The main takeaway are these relic analysis crystals, which you may be wondering what we use them for. Well, if you saw my previous video, they're a new currency for the update to artifacts. So if we select one and we select this green arrow here, we'll be able to upgrade it. If I want to try and increase a stat on one of these artifacts, you select it and then you select the stat up here. Then you can see the materials that are required to upgrade. This only has a chance to do so. 12.5% and it won't even upgrade, but 87.5% should be able to get it to 30. And this will consume 34 relic analysis crystals, some polished crystals and precious marine ore. These will finally have a pretty good value. As for stats that have a star on it, this is maxed out. There's no way to upgrade this. It doesn't show like up here the ability to select it and then upgrade it. So these are already maxed out. But let's say we want a different stat. Let's say we don't want evasion here and we want melee defense. Then you're able to switch to that stat, but at a cost of 70 relic analysis crystals, 23 polished crystals and 100 marine ore. And this should put the stat between 54 and 90. So you don't necessarily get the new stat at max just because the older stat was at max. And you can go through all these artifacts, switch up the stats that you have on them and upgrade the stats that are on them. So this will allow you to finally be able to customize what stats you have on your artifacts without having to go through the big grind of getting all the boxes and then having to sort them. That sorting is absolutely horrible. However, the cost with this system, I'm not really sure it's going to be worth it. It will take a long time, I'm sure, to get all the analysis crystals that you need, and it will ultimately be a very minor bit of min-maxing that you do for your character. I guess it's content that you can do while we wait for new stuff, while we wait for the next new gear slot that we should be getting in March with some new co-op dungeons. But tier 4, not happening anytime soon, probably not till midsummer. This new system with Tower of Greed and upgrading and refining artifacts is coming this Thursday, January the 29th. Right now, it's just available on the Korean server. I want to then have a quick look at what's up with this Amitoi House change. So now we should be able to send Amitois out in all 3 regions. I have not done any Amitoi expeditions here on the Korean server, so I don't have any level, but we can see they seem to have updated the rewards a bit. Some of them will give you lots more housing materials, others will still give you these abyssal contract token points with the ability to use contract rights to increase the rewards, even getting contract coins. That's kind of cool. These blue pouches still seem to have the same rewards and the drop chances with them, but now also having some extra housing items, and you will get a chance for one of these pouches as normal on all of these expeditions. But yeah, this one's interesting. Using contract rights to get these currencies now. And you will also collect these boss appearance points. Once you hit, I assume, 999, you're able to raid the boss here. The expected reward is this pouch, which we can see has a 10% chance to give you one of these morphs. And it's got some fishing rods in there too. A 10% chance to give you some housing items, 100% chance it gives you some refinement items, including maybe unlock stones, 5% chance arch boss materials, and 10% chance this recipe. So nothing amazing here, but you do have tiers where you can obtain more and more and more of these. So yeah, now it'll be advantageous to have a lot of Amitois. You'll put one expedition in each of these areas. And it's kind of nice, you're able to do the expedition to spend contract rights to get contract coins. Probably not worth it though. One contract right is usually valued over 30 contract coins, 33, and this appears to only give you between 8 and 12. Oh, but I think this is if you spent 5 Amitois in here, you can increase the amount a bit. So yeah, just a little bit of an addition here. Probably will require a bit more management. But now let's quickly have a look at what changes they did with the combat analyzer. You can go to the ring menu settings and you should now have a new option to be able to reset the combat meter. You can add that somewhere here. We enter the fight and we can see it creates a new dummy test whenever we leave and enter combat, allowing you to save recordings of your tests. They did say in the patch notes you can save up to 20 records. So that's really cool. Finally, jumping to the shop, we have this new bundle. It's got a pretty cool preview scene here. This is the female character with then a sword. But that's how the outfit looks like with a wand and staff. And again, there's this really cool emote you get with it, with these 5 swords. You place them in front of you and then they end up floating behind you. For the male character, this is how the outfit is looking like. If we remove the decoration, you remove that kind of half coat that he's wearing on his one shoulder. That should be the same here for the female character. There is a morph to go with it, this horse, pretty cool. And then these weapons, with the greatsword, the crossbows, your book and your wand, which is a fan, your sword and your shield, the daggers, the longbow. It actually has a unique quiver this time around, most of them don't. The staff, the paintbrush, the new weapon, just kidding, it's the spear, and then the lantern, which is the orb. And that's what they got for their shop update. We'll probably get that too this Thursday, in all likelihood. So that's everything I wanted to showcase for the video. Tower of Greed, yeah, can be a bit underwhelming. The only real reward and incentive to go there is to perfect your artifacts, optimize the stats for them. So another special thank you to my channel members, and I'll see you guys around.